Don't touch mine.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna hop right in the video and we're gonna knock your socks off because I am so excited about this video. I have been wanting to make this video since I saw the season finale of The Walking Dead, but I couldn't because I wanted to make sure that everybody had seen it before I posted it. So this is your warning right now. If you haven't seen it, leave, get off of this video, quick, mute it. I will give you a couple seconds to just mute it. Get off of it, leave, spoiler alert, now. Okay, so we are going to ask the big question today. Who done it, you guys? Who got Lucilled? I think I might have narrowed it down to get the answer, and I want you guys' opinions down in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys think because I'm definitely leaning towards one or two characters, and so you guys gotta let me know down below what you guys think because I love to hear opinions, especially on The Walking Dead. I would talk about The Walking Dead forever. Okay, so right off the bat, I want to list 3 things that have become apparent to me that I think you guys should know before we go into the list of characters. I will be talking about the characters who I think it could be, who I think it couldn't. I'm just going to analyze some of the previous episodes and some of the hints they've given us, and I'm just going to display them all out to you right now as facts, and we're going to go through this. So the first thing I would like to tell you is that a lot of people are saying that the actors don't know who it is, along with the fact that some people believe that the producers don't even know who it is. Now, I highly doubt the producers don't know who it is. I think that they do know and they're playing with us at this point, but if they don't know who it is, I think they definitely know who it isn't. So going down this list, I just want to say I'm crossing some people off to be definitely not it because I just don't think the producers would see him or her as someone worthy of this death, I guess you could say. And so that kind of leads to the point that we've been talking about Negan coming onto the show for months now. Like Negan has been huge. Everyone's been talking about Negan, about him in the comics, how he's more ruthless than the governor and Gareth and the wolves combined. And I really don't think that they would kill off a useless character or a character who hasn't really been involved in the story. And so the first people I'm definitely crossing off the list is like Aaron. And so the second thing I would like to say is that before a character dies, you definitely see character development. For example, before Beth died, you've seen Beth grow and prosper and become a really badass character. And everyone loved Beth before she died. And I noticed that a lot with all of the characters. They don't just kill a character off. They give a character meaning just to stomp them into the ground. Trust me, I'm an expert. And sometimes it would be like character development, or sometimes it's a tragedy. Like sometimes they do something to a character to make the death just so much more heartbreaking. And so I just want to make that point so that I can refer back to it like this character didn't see a tragedy or development at all. And my third point is the point of view theory. Throughout the episode, there's actually little scenes where you see a glimpse of the characters inside the truck. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you've seen like Daryl and Rosita and Glenn and them guys, they all got attacked by the saviors, and you see them throughout the episode in the truck. Well, a lot of people are saying that the person whose point of view you see is also the person who gets Lucille'd. And I think that this is legitimate because you see his point of view, his or her point of view throughout the whole episode. And then at the end, when whoever it was that got Lucille'd, you see their point of view as well. So I think that that could be a legitimate theory, but it also isn't like nailed into stone, so I'm not going to rely on that to decide whether it is or isn't a character. I'm just going to bring that up every once in a while, so keep that in mind. Okay, on to the characters. I've been waiting to talk about this for so long. Alright, so one character I'm really unsure about, actually there's two, but one character I'm definitely unsure about is Eugene. I really wouldn't cross him off the list of people who it could be, just because there wasn't a lot of stuff that could stop him from dying. but I know that his death wouldn't really push the plot forward or do any good. There's just no evidence that says it was him. So we're just gonna go with it wasn't him because that's just kind of what I'm leaning towards. Plus, he wasn't in the truck, so that also kind of fits with the point of view theory. We did see a little bit of character development with Eugene, but not quite enough for me to think that his death would cause any heartbreak or anything like that, so I definitely don't think it was Eugene. I mean, I can't cross him off the list for sure, but I just don't think it was. Another character I definitely do not know for sure would be Michonne. This one I'm leaning towards it could be. Michonne would definitely be a huge heartbreaker because she's grown such tight bonds with everyone. All of the people in Alexandria, you know, they know her, they love her. I think if Michonne was killed off, it would be a huge deal. I don't see it happening. I don't know why they would. It wouldn't advance the plot, but it would be heartbreaking. And it does fit the point of view theory. So Michonne and Eugene, I just don't know for sure. There's just not enough evidence that says it could be them. There's not enough evidence that says it couldn't. Okay, on to the cold, hard facts, you guys. It wasn't Aaron. I know that for a fact. He's not a significant character. And he's definitely not worthy of Lucille. I think of all the characters that could have been killed off, if they killed Aaron off, it would like not quite give Negan the glory. I just don't think that they would have killed him off. He has no significance for the story plot whatsoever. One thing I would like to say about Maggie is that I wouldn't rule her out for sure. But I personally think that it wasn't her, but a lot of people says that it could have been. I personally think that there is no way it was her. As you guys seen in the episode, Negan decided on killing her and then changed his mind. So I saw that was kind of like, to me, it seemed like it was something that the producers were doing or the writers were doing to just say, nope, she's safe. He decided not to kill her. He didn't choose her. She didn't interest him. I think that's what that whole scene was about. The way Negan could have been thinking is that she's probably gonna die anyway, so why kill her now? Daryl. I definitely don't think it was Daryl. A lot of people have been saying that Daryl could have been the one who died because he's going on to other shows. I would like to take those rumors and literally just stomp on them and kick them out the door because they're just booty hole. Daryl was created by The Walking Dead. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say Daryl. Norman was created by The Walking Dead. Norman was, and forever will be Daryl Dixon. One thing that stood out to me to make me think that Daryl wasn't the one was there just wasn't enough development with him. I think if they were going to kill Daryl off with how many fans he has, they would do it in some glorious or heartbreaking way. There's two things they could do with his death. They could build him up to be a hero, they could make him sacrifice himself, or they could do like a tragedy and they could make him lose everything and then he dies. There's a lot of potential for his death to make fans go wild, and I think if they were to kill him off like this, it just wouldn't have the same effect. Killing Daryl off like this is just a waste, and I just think that the producers also know that they say it too. They see that there's so much other potential for Daryl still that killing him off it would make no sense right now. It just wouldn't. This is just not the correct death for Daryl. Plus, another thing, this also fits the point of view theory because in one of the scenes of the truck, you actually see the top of Daryl's head. So it wasn't him in the truck that you were looking from their point of view. It wasn't him. So we know Daryl's not dead. We know he's safe if we follow the point of view theory. That's just kind of why I think he's safe, but other people have different opinions. Glenn. There is so much evidence, you guys. There's so much evidence that points to Glenn being it. If you think about it, think back. There was the pictures that were on the wall. Do you remember back when Glenn and Rick and the whole group stormed the Saviors and they took out all the people that were kind of like ravaging the hilltop, I guess you could say, back when they thought that that's all it was, when they attacked the Saviors for the first time, Glenn saw those pictures of people mangled and bloody on the wall, and I think that could have been foretelling for Glenn's death. That was definitely a big thing for me. As soon as I saw that scene, I immediately thought it was Glenn. I immediately thought back to that scene. I was like, they were like foreshadowing that. I should have seen it coming. And we also see Negan look left and right before he attacks, or I guess not really attacks, but just brutally murders the person who gets Lucilled. We see him look left and right. And so whoever it was had to have been in the middle. The thing that kind of makes me think a little bit is that Glenn was all the way to the side. Why would Negan look left and right if Glenn's all the way on the end? Although, another fact going against him is that his death was teased. We saw him die and come back from the dead. We saw it. But he also dies in the comics. I personally think it's too obvious. Personally, I think it's way too obvious. I think that they're teasing him. I think that they're making us think it's him, but it's not him. I just don't think that with everything, there's a lot of evidence that points towards him, but there's just also a lot of stuff that doesn't. I think that it's too obvious. I think the producers also said that this took a huge left turn from the comics, but the whole scene was exactly from the comics. So I'm wondering where exactly the left turn would be. So I'm thinking the left turn is who died. I'm thinking it wasn't Glenn who was killed because he was killed in the comics. And they want to kind of veer off from the comics. You know what I mean? That's just what I'm thinking. I'm hoping. I love Glenn. Don't want to see him go. You know, you feel? I'm just grasping on with the fingers of a poor fangirl, you know? I just don't want him to die. And everyone's saying that it's Rick. I don't agree. I don't think that they're gonna kill Rick off yet. I know that some people have said that Rick's not supposed to last the whole TV series, but I don't think they're killing him off yet. He's the main character. He's still got so much stuff to learn that there's no way. There's no flippin' way, you guys. On to Carl. This is one of the most controversied things, I guess, about that scene. People are thinking that it's Carl. I don't think so. But I'm just going to present all the facts and you guys are going to tell me what you think. You guys decide, but I personally do not think so. Okay, so two things I would like to add that are cons to this. Like two things that are going against him, I guess you could say. The first thing is, in the previous episode, I think it was, Carl picks up a Savior's gun. Oh, it was a Snapchat, like, what is that? But Carl picks up a gun, and it actually has, like, a little inscribed Lucille image, if you, like, paid attention. It was a gun, it had, like, a little scribbled on picture of Lucille, pretty much. And also, Carl's death would fit what Negan said. He said, if anyone does anything, I'm pretty much going to just cut out his eye and feed it to his father. So I don't know exactly what was said, that's just a summary. But he just said he was going to cut out Carl's eye and feed it to his father. That would fit if it was Carl being beat, but then again, it wouldn't. I don't think it would, but some people are saying that it would fit. And in a way, it could fit, but I personally think that by him saying that, it rules out both Carl and Rick. But that one is really opinionated. It all depends on how you take it. Actually, 3 reasons? 2? I don't know. A couple reasons why I think Carl is not the one. One thing I think makes him super safe is that, Negan actually says, don't make me kill off the little serial killer yet, pretty much. I don't remember what he said, just don't make me kill him off yet, don't make it easy for me. I know that Negan and Carl in the comics actually have a really unique relationship. And I don't think the producers would soil that by killing Carl off already. I think a lot of people would be mad. I think it'd be a really, really bad move on the producer's part. I also think that Rick would probably die before he let someone beat Carl. Like, there's no way Rick would just sit there and let Carl be beat. There's no way. Rick would die before that happened. Also, another thing is if you watch it, he's like, you are not it. And Carl was one of the last people to be seen before the it. And unless he literally was like, you are not it, and he went backwards, like, I don't know how that would work. Stop texting me. So yeah, I don't think it was Carl. I just don't. Just deductive reasoning tells me that it wasn't Carl. So that leaves one character. I think that the character who died was Abraham. I think it was definitely Abraham. When Negan comes by and walks by Abraham, Abraham stands up. He looks him in the eye. He's like, you got something to say to me? And plus, the first, like, when the whoever it was, I think it's Abraham. When Abraham gets hit, he like looks back up, and Negan goes, "Oh, taking it like a champ," or something like that. I mean, Abraham's a huge, meaty guy. Of course he's taking it like a champ. Also, he was in the middle, so his placement works if Negan were to look left or right. Also, we've seen a lot of character development with Abraham recently, a lot that we didn't see earlier in the show. We saw him leave Rosita, we saw him develop a relationship with Sasha, and we saw him start to talk about babies. Like, that's huge. That's huge. That's a huge indicator to me that he is not going to make it before he can make some babies. Trust me on that. If he doesn't die tonight, well, not tonight, but like, if he doesn't die in the next episode, he's gonna die soon. I know that for sure. Plus, wouldn't Negan kind of like put 2 and 2 in his head and be like, you know what, this guy's kind of big. I wonder if this guy could like beat me, you know? I should probably kill him now. I mean, that's how I would think. Redheads have no souls anyway. Why does it matter? And I'm sorry for any Abraham fans out there, but I'm just gonna have to say this, is that he was a valued character, but I think he just lost his spark. I think that they've used him for all that he's worth, and he's no longer an important character in the show. I don't think that his being alive would advance the plot at all. Okay, so I recorded this video earlier today, and it is now 11:53 at night, and I am going back to edit it, and I realized that it cut off at the end, so I'm just going to record a quick thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. My overall conclusion is that it was definitely Abraham who died, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment down below what you guys think, and I hope to talk to you guys next time I make a video or stream or whatever. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias. I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching, and yeah, ciao.